This week's project is another one for my furry friends. It's an elevated feeder. I already had the bowls, so I just designed the feeder around the bowl. It's a very simple design. For this project, I'm using some rough cut walnut that I've had for quite a few years. And it does have a little bit of surface water damage, so I'm going to have to do a little milling on it. Of course, start the milling with running it through the jointer. And then it's over to the planer to make it parallel and bring it down to size. Then using the table saw, I ripped it to the width and then cut it to the length I needed. The first pieces I'm putting together are the corner pieces, and the majority of this build is just glues and clamps. Put the glue on, spread it out, and then clamp it up. Once the corner pieces were dry, then I attached them to the front and rear rails. And again, I'm just putting it together with glue and clamps. And then once the front and the back were dry, I just put the sides in, and again, just glue and clamps. And for the top, I just cut the holes out with a hole saw. But the hole saw wasn't quite big enough, so I actually had to use a jigsaw to get it to the correct size. Then I just sanded it smooth with an oscillating spindle sander. And then I hand sanded the entire thing. I started out with 60 grit, then 100 grit, and then 150, and I finished up with 220. Now, I am not gluing the top to the base. I'm just attaching some wooden blocks to the base, and then I'll be using screws to attach the top. Now for the finish, I'm using a wipe-on poly that I mixed myself. It's basically a 3-to-1, with 3 parts polyurethane and 1 part mineral spirits. And as the name says, you just wipe it on with a rag. And there it is, ready to be filled with food to feed the little kitty cats. Well, I hope you enjoyed this build, and please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And remember, all you woodworkers out there, just get out there and cut some wood.